Good morning everyone. Welcome to CSAT Daily Dose, where the objective is to expose you to a wide variety of problems, not just that, but to give you a wide variety or different ways to solve the same problem so that you can choose the efficient method for yourself. Now, the format remains the same. I'll read the question once. When I finish reading my question, pause the video, solve for yourself, and for best results, compare yours with mine and improve upon any shortfalls if possible. Okay. So, the population of a village was 9,600. Okay. If the population of males increases by 8% and females increases by 5%, then the new population of the village is 1076. Then the new population of village is 1076. Find the population of males before increase. Okay. So there was a village which contains males and females. Males increased by some percent, females increased by some percent, and it has resulted in final point. And he has asked what is the amount of males before increase. Okay. Pause the video for yourself. Okay. Pause the video. Try to solve the question by yourself. Okay. We'll deal with the solution in a few seconds, and then you can compare with mine. And I hope every one of you has solved the question. Now, let's get back to the solution. Okay. So this question could be solved logically or equation wise. Okay. The advantage of equation is it is mechanical. You need not put much more mental load here, but logical way asks more of your brain, but it is worthwhile. Okay, it is worthwhile to do it, and it will give you a different perspective on questions. So I'll tell you the equation way. I'll not focus. I'll reduce the equation to a single variable. If you get that variable, you will get the answer. Okay, but we'll spend more time on the logical way. Okay, so population of the village was 9,600. We know that there are males and females. So let the number of males be x. Automatically, you should always prioritize to minimize the number of variables. So it will be 9,600 minus x. Okay. Population of male increases by 8% of x. Okay. Population of males increases by 8% of x. So 8% of x plus of, okay, females increases by 5%. 5% of 9,600 minus x. You see, always while writing the equation, be careful of the units. Okay, your units always have to be equal. What are we talking about? Are we talking about the population, or are we talking about the increase? We are talking about the increase. So how much has the population increased? It was 9,600 and it is 10176. So the total population which has increased is 500, then this becomes 10,176. Okay, so it is 576. Okay, now you see this is a single equation, right? So there is only one variable x. So if you want to solve 8% plus this becomes 8% of x plus of 5% of 9,600 minus of 5% of x. So you will get ultimately 3% of x is equals to 576 minus 5% of 960. Okay, solve for this equation, you will get the value of x, and x is the males present. Okay, I hope this is simpler. Okay, now let us see the logical way here. Okay, kindly concentrate here because logical way asks for a higher mental load from you. Okay, just focus for a few seconds. Okay, so I see 8% increase and 5% increase. Okay, I start thinking, okay, there is 5% increase, there is 8% increase. For example, if the both males and females increased by 5%, what will be its result on the total population? What will be its result on the total population? Total population will also increase by 5%, right? If the constituents increase by 5%, then the total also increases by 5%, right? Okay. Now, if there was a 5% increase, what would have been the increase? 9,600, 5% of 9,600. Okay, the easy way to solve is find out 10%. 9,600 is 100%. So 960 is 10%. 5% is 10% by 2. So 960 by 2, it is 480. So if there was 5% increase, okay, this you need to do mentally. Okay, if there was 5% increase, the total population would have increased by 480 only. But how much did the total population increase? The population increased by 576. So what was the difference here? If both increased at 5%, it would have been 480. But because the males increased by 8%, you are getting this difference between 480 and 576, right? Because males increased at 8% and females increased at 5%, we are getting that increase as 576. So what has caused the difference in these changes? Females 5%, females 5%. They don't cause any difference here, but males is 5%. Okay, males is 5% and here it is 8%. So 3% of the males has caused an increase of how much? 480, 576. The difference is 480. If it was 100, it would have been 580. 4 less, so it is 96. So 3% of males is 96. 3% of males is 96. So 100% of males. Okay, 3% of males is 96. So 1% is 32, right? So 100% is 3,200. Okay, so the answer is B, 3,200. You see how simple this is. Don't you think when you solve a problem like this, it gives you an innate feeling of good? Okay, that you are happy that you have seen this. Okay, I am not denigrating the equation way. Both are useful, but whenever possible, okay, try to think of, because your growth happens, growth in your thinking capability or approach happens when you try to look out for different ways. Okay, look out for different ways. I hope you have learned something new here, because everybody teaches the equation way. I thought I should focus more on the logical way. Okay, to give you a new piece of or to give you new ways to update your quantitative ability. Okay, I hope you have learned something new here. Okay, we'll come back with another question. Thank you.